Greetings and welcome to the Astronomy Picture of the Day podcast. Today's picture for December 27th of 2024 is titled Planet Earth at Twilight. So what do we see here? Well, here we see an image taken from the International Space Station. And that is up above in a low Earth orbit. And in fact, orbits around the Earth about once every 90 minutes. So it whips around the surface of the Earth every hour and a half. And that means it goes through a sunrise and a sunset very quickly. Because it is moving so quickly, it will go through a sunrise and a sunset in about half that time. So 45 minutes the sun will rise. 45 minutes later the sun would set. And we see some of that here. And in fact, what we're seeing is twilight on Earth looking down on it from above. Now on many objects, for example, our own moon, the distinct line between the day and night, which we call the terminator line, would be very distinct. It would be very prominent, and you could see a very distinct area where it would go from day to night as the sun then sets in that area. Now on Earth and other objects with an atmosphere, it's a little bit different. And that's because the atmosphere affects the light and causes it to be spread out a little bit more. So you'll get the twilight region here as the sky is still bright even though the sun has set. So you don't get that distinct change from light to dark that you might get elsewhere. So since the sun is even though the sun is set, it's still sky is still glowing. So we get a very wide terminator line here on Earth. And we see that in when we look at the sunsets. And in fact, we can see some of the reddish color here as the sun starts to set. As you watch it, you'll watch it go from a very bright white when it's high in the sky down toward a yellow and an orange and a red as it gets very, very close to the horizon. Now that has to do with the atmosphere scattering out the blue light. So our atmosphere is very good at scattering the short wavelengths. Short wavelengths of light are scattered out, and that makes the sun look like the longer wavelengths. And those are the reds and oranges. So the more atmosphere the sunlight has to travel through, the redder it's going to look. And that makes it look redder and redder and redder as it gets close to the horizon. And you can see some of that glow here as you get toward the terminator line on those clouds, that they tend to look a little bit redder than otherwise. Now once the sun sinks far enough below the horizon, then we go into darkness. And you can see that on the far left side here, where the Earth is now completely in nighttime. And of course, on the far right side, it would still be in day. So here we see that region around that in between, as we call twilight, as the sun is setting, but it's still a little bit brighter because of Earth's atmosphere. So that was our picture of the day for December 27th of 2024. It was titled Planet Earth at Twilight. We'll be back again tomorrow for the next picture. So until then, have a great day, everyone, and I will see you in class.